Hello everyone, sending love and tranquility towards you. Bismillah-r-Rahman-r-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. My name is Amal, and in today's video I will share a very important lesson that I've learned in this journey, which is not caring how others view us and start to see ourselves from a spiritual eye that has a clear perception of who we truly are. In this journey, when we self-reflect and when we go inwards, we realize that we see ourselves through the eyes of others, which is a huge thing that needs to be healed. We constantly search for validation, we have this need to be seen and heard and understood by others, so we constantly searching for that outside of ourselves, which is not a way to deny our human need in being and wanting to be seen and loved, but to see where this need is coming from. Is it coming from a place of, hurt and a place that is wounded, or it is coming from a natural place that is searching for connection? So when we heal, we want to heal from a safer place, a place that doesn't deny our human needs, but a place that comes from a center that is rooted in faith, that lead us to a serene state where we start to see ourselves more clearly, where we start to see others more clearly. So when we see ourselves through the eyes of others, we become scattered, confused, and constantly searching for that external validation, constantly searching for ourselves outside ourselves. So sometimes we even sell ourselves to buy attention, to buy love, to buy care, or to buy being understood. And that is honestly so heartbreaking, because it creates so much disconnection. And even if you have the illusion that you are forming a connection with others, it is really simply a transaction that you're only selling and buying, and what you are selling your truth. So when we constantly search for that, we lose ourselves, we lose the truth. Your eyes is the store of consciousness. So if your eyes are wandering around with people, with situation, with experiences, constantly chasing after a new experience that will satisfy your need, that will give you the illusion of satisfaction, but in reality it only suppresses you and take you away from your truth. So it is very important in this journey is to turn our gaze inwards, to call back our consciousness and to center it back in our eye, the true gaze. When we turn our gaze inwards and center it back to its own place, to its center, it will not immediately go back to its center. Our external world is a reflection of our inner world. So if you are scattered, confused, and constantly searching for the next high, then your inner world is probably scattered too. So when we turn our gaze inwards, a lot of things can pull it away from its center. Past, future, goals, people, experiences, wounds, and trauma. So the thing is, when we turn our gaze inwards, we start to take it step by step. We start to see what needs to be healed. If it's a wounds, if it's a trauma, we need to sit with it, listen to it, see where it is coming from, see the root of the cause in order to actually heal it. If it's, you know, experiences or people that left energy inside, that left their energy inside of you, they need to be released. They need to leave your inner house, so your inner house be cleansed. You know, we don't like to stay in a house where it is dirty. It's the same way. Your eyes, your gaze, the inward gaze doesn't like to stay in a place where it is dirty. It's not, you know, doesn't appeal to your eyes. It doesn't appeal to your heart, most importantly. So we cleanse ourselves, we heal ourselves, then we center our eyes back to its original center. So this inward gaze gets, you know, it sits in its own throne or in its own chair. This is the position of it. Here is my inward gaze. So I become even more focused, when I concentrate, things gets clearer to me. I see things more clearer. So when this inward gaze becomes centered, you realize actually looking upwards. So it is this journey that aligns with our prophet hadith, which is man arafa nafsaha arafa rabbah. This inward gaze, once it is centered back in its own position, you will realize it has always been looking upwards. It is the journey when the inward gaze is basically aligned with knowing thyself. The upward gaze is aligned with knowing your God. So the healing journey doesn't stop in knowing thyself, but it continues. So that's why when we start to take this inner healing journey, we first kind of I wouldn't say disconnect from people, but have a little break from people, because, you know, you can easily be pulled in people's energy and their own drama and their own emotion. So you observe it without really knowing. So when we turn inward, it's like we have this inner solitude where we can be with people, but I cannot be pulled by you. I can sit with other people, I can walk in the street, but I cannot be pulled by this and that. I'm fully centered. I centered back my gaze, and my gaze, the inward gaze is looking upwards. And once it's looking upwards, we realize it has always been fixated on the above. And this inward gaze with this upward gaze reveal to us the divine gaze, and that is the divine eye that has always looked at us, see us, perceive us, recognize us, hear us. And there is a very a profound experience, almost a spiritual awakening, where we realize that we are being perceived by the One, but we were looking in the wrong place. You know, we're constantly searching outside for the One, but in reality, once we turn inwards, we realize we are looking upwards, and the One gets revealed. It's a mathematical equation. This is a triangle. This is a triangle where the inward gaze looking upwards then gets revealed, the divine gaze gets revealed. It's like the two that gives you one and form this triangle. It's the two that gives you one that reveals the three. So yeah, this leads to that, and that leads to that. So here, when we experience that, we realize that we have always been taken care of. We are understood. Our existence is proved by the One. It's not like we need to search for it outside with people. It's not like we need to constantly be fueled by others, by their attention, by their love. It's not like we need that. These things come naturally when we are perfectly aligned. And by perfectly aligned, it's not the perfection that we think. It's the perfection where things happen spontaneously. So on this journey and turning inwards, we don't stop there. We shouldn't be deluded by ourself, by the power of the self, by this strength that gives you in knowing yourself, but don't cling into yourself. Know yourself, but let yourself allow you to and guide you towards your being, where you completely immerse in this present moment, and a lot of things gets revealed to you once we are immersed in the now. The divine essence be more clear to us. It's like the veil inside of our eyes will be lifted, and then we start to see things more clearly. I see the divine essence inside everyone and everything, inside of me and inside of everyone around me.